But then I don't know if you saw today's news on Fani Willis.
Oh, please tell us.
It's amazing. And so we did a show. I just did a show from the hotel room before I came down here. And it'll be out later, the Megyn Kelly show. Download for free. In any event, it's insane. So these two prosecutors, Fani Wade and the man she brought in, Nathan Wade, admit that they had an affair. They denied it started.
Fani Willis, you already changed her name.
I go with Fani. I think we all know it's Fani. Okay.
Megyn Kelly, she's so funny. She's the best, isn't she? Wrong. I really am not a fan of Megyn Kelly, but not because of the Fani Willis case, because Fani Willis, she put herself out there, so everybody gets a chance to come at Fani however they need to. But I'm not a fan of Megyn Kelly based on the fact of like, she's still looking for a reason for Trump to go to jail. You can hear it in her like comments. She makes little snide comments or whatever. So you can hear it, but it is what it is. And that's not this episode. So yes, there is more news that came out about Fani Willis over the weekend, Friday, about the fact that they really lied and they've been caught lying now about their affair. Her and, Mr. Wade, they were lying, saying that they weren't having an affair, that she hired him before they were having an affair. And well, let's listen to Megyn talk about this a little bit more.
Fani Willis. I keep saying Fani Wade.
I thought you said Fani. You said Fani Wade.
She's Fani Willis, but I keep saying Fani Wade. I mean, I'm hoping something good could come out of this for them. So they both took the stand in this trial. They denied that they had an affair any time prior to her hiring them. And now, bit by bit, we're learning, of course, it appears very much the opposite. And what happened today was the Trump team they subpoenaed the cell phone records of Nathan Wade during 2021. And according to the private investigator, who's got expertise in analyzing cell phone tower data and cell phone data, he called her. They spoke on the phone in 11 months, 2,000 times, 1,800 texts. I averaged it out. It was about 180 texts a day.
Yeah, so obviously making the point that they are, they were dealing with each other. I mean, they were constantly on the phone. So that's what you can get out of that. They subpoenaed the phone records. So you'll see that they were in constant communication, more communication than you would be with somebody that you just simply work with, I mean, let's keep it real, ladies. If we saw these kind of, constant communication with like our man and some woman at work, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's just my coworker, it would be like, no, that's not, There was even times where Fani and Mr. Wade, where they were on the phone at, like 4:00 in the morning, or they would be texting each other around that time. And then there would be like a break, and then there'd be like one more text, which would kind of show like, maybe, hey, I got home safe, that kind of thing. So everybody's really been talking about it. Yeah, so everybody's really been talking about it. The Fani Willis objection to the cell date geofence evidence that purports to show that Willis had lied to the court, Mrs. DeMark. She offers the alibi that she wasn't at the condo on the dates alleged September and November of 2021. But her calendar is for dates in spring 2021. So, there's all kinds of news coming out about this Fani Willis thing. So I figured I would talk about it one more time because, I mean, look, it's obvious, right? That Fani was messing with Wade and then gave him a job on this big case, right? It's like, why put yourself out there for these kind of things to happen? Don't put him on this case. I know you're trying to look out. Listen, I get it. You want to be with a man, you're lonely or whatever. You have feelings for this guy, but it goes against ethics. Like this man, what did he say? The Georgia Ethics Commission has sent notice to Fani Willis that they are reviewing a campaign finance and criminal money laundering complaint filed by Peter. And I'm not saying his last name because y'all know why. She has 30 days to respond and will probably invoke her big black woman card and pretend it's a racial attack. Peter is an expert in money laundering method called smurfing, which happens when the names of unsuspecting elderly people, oh wow, are used to funnel money to political candidates or organizations. Wow, she's really put herself out there. If you're going to go after somebody like Trump, you better make sure that your ducks are lined up, that you have your T's crossed and your I's dotted, you know, all of that, because then they're going to come after you. They're going to look back at your files, you know, and I would imagine that anybody would do this if they had the money to do so.
I'm not sure if Jimmy Kimmel understood what the title of this conversation is. What you talking about, Willis? Fani Willis. Did she get back to you today?
Yeah, we subpoenaed her. Not yet. I just talked to
Wait,
her
is
staff.
she supposed to get back to you today?
Yeah, she's supposed to get documents.
Well,
to
did
us.
you hear from her boyfriend?
We haven't. So I was talking about this in the office, and I said Fani Wade, and it was like a Freudian slip, you know, like Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. So no, we haven't heard back from her yet. We'll see what we get from her. But there's a whistleblower in her office who we have talked to, the committee staff.
There you go. That's huge right there. First of all, everybody keep calling that woman Fani Wade. She put herself in a big predicament. You know, she really did. There's a whistleblower in her office. There you go. So, of course, there is. People look out for themselves. You have to have a level of integrity when you're doing certain things, when you're living your life. There are certain things that you can't just do behind closed doors. You need to just live. I feel like this. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not. But I do ask myself certain things like, you know, if the world found out you were doing this right now, what would you have to say about it? I know it's like, whoa, like I'm not righteous. I'm not better than anybody. I'm not. But, you know, you got to be able to back up some of the things you said, some things you've done. So basically, going after Trump, you should have, you know, place yourself in a position where you knew that your ducks were lined up. Before you took this mission, you should have been sure that your background was appropriate for this mission. And now, you know, just to end off with this, you know, Trump's lawyers have argued in filing on Sunday that Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis should testify again in light of new evidence concerning Nathan Wade's cell phone location data. So you see what I'm saying? They're coming for her. And they're also coming for somebody else too. That Letitia James, keep it locked right here. I will be, you know, covering the New York situation with Trump and Letitia James.
He's called me venomous.
We will fight back to your attempt to bring Trumpism to New York City.
He's called me disgraceful.
Of the fact that they stole the Supreme Court seat. An illegitimate president and an illegitimate member of the United States Supreme Court.
He's called me radical.
Listen, yes. We know he's crazy. Yes. We know he doesn't have a sound mind. Yes. We know he's out of control. Yes. We know he's losing it. Yes. We know his days are numbered and we will come together.
He's called me a racist.
We've got to stand up to an administration which is too male, too pale, and too stale. Too male, too pale, and too stale. Too male, too pale, and too stale.
Thank you.
I don't know what it is about these Black women that keep letting their attitudes get in the way, and they think that, oh, we're coming after Trump. I got that sassy attitude, so I can do it. But keep it locked right here, guys. We will keep up with this story, all of these stories and what's going on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.